Long-haired right-hander Barlow sets up on the third base side of the rubber. Ball tucked near his right hip. Now he brings his hands together in the set. Glove up to his chest. He kicks and offers. And the first pitch of the game is a called strike. Time of the first pitch, 6:42 Eastern. 26 degrees and cloudy in Cincinnati, but the sun peeking through. Some of the outfielders with shades on as it's a mix of blue and gray in the sky. 0-1 sweeper almost hit the knee of George Springer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Springer, a 300 hitter coming into this game. 925 OPS, 20 doubles, and 24 home runs. The 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball. Deep left center field. Hayes running out of room. See you later. It's a walk-off, or a leadoff home run, I should say, for George Springer. And the Blue Jays are out in front 1-0.
Well, how about George Springer? He was all over that spinning sweeper from Scott Barlow. Scott Barlow actually threw a curveball that almost hit George Springer on the previous pitch. And then he tried to get out front with that sweeper, didn't quite get out front enough, and George Springer tattooed that thing out into the bleachers in left field. What a swing. The Blue Jays need that.
They do. Gone off the bat, a 388-foot blast. Now 25 homers for Springer, and a strike taken by left-handed hitting Nathan Lucas. I appreciate George easing me back in. You know? Right on left, the 0-1 pitch. Inside at 91. Pump out of the glove of Jose Trevino, veteran catcher. 1-1.
How are those pipes feeling after that one?
They're all right.
Okay, just checking.
Home plate up tonight is Nate Tomlinson, Mark Wagner at first, Trip Gibson at second, and Tyler Jones at third. 1-1. Swing and a fly ball left center. Racing back, Friedel and Hayes coming together near the track. Friedel makes the catch, the center fielder, and there's 1 out.
And that fly ball there will tell you just how small this park really is. I didn't think Nathan Lucas got it at all, but it was about 5 feet in front of the warning track. TJ Friedel catching it for the first out of the ball game.
It's 328 to the left field pole, 387 left center, 404 to dead center. Smallest part of the yard is if you go to right center, 370 to the right center gap and 325 down the right field line. 1-0 Blue Jays. 1 out, and the pitch to Vlad is way low and outside. Skipping to the backstop, 1-0. Guerrero taps the plate, drags his bat across it, and brings it above his right shoulder. Barlow's pitch. Outside, 2-0. Vlad at 287 batter, 859 OPS, 30 doubles, 21 home runs, and 74 RBIs. 2-0 pitch. Outside again. He keeps yanking fastballs so far, 3-0.
Yeah, he's really yanking that pitch. I don't know if he's intimidated to pitch to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in this ballpark. I'm assuming he's not. But you can tell he's really yanking that fastball right now.
3-0 offering. Inside, ball 4. Almost hit the left elbow of Vlad with a fastball, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Maybe one of the 4 pitches was close to the zone.
I'm wondering if Scott Barlow is just a little bit uncomfortable pitching as a starting pitcher. You never know what a guy is feeling out on that mound. Like you said, this is his first career start, a guy that's been in the big leagues a long time. 59 career saves, and really, I mean, this is a new thing for him.
His pitch to Bo Bichette is a breaking ball low. 5 straight balls makes it 1-0. Last time he was a starter with any regularity was in the minors. You have to go back to his time with Kansas City in 2018, and even then he was making kind of shorter 3-4 inning starts. 1-0 pitch. Called high. That one probably had the zone, and if that's not going to go for him, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble.
Well, good news is this is probably his last inning.
Yes. 1-0 Blue Jays. Guerrero on first, 1 out. 2-0 to Bo Bichette. In the dirt, ball 3. What a day it was for Bo yesterday. 4 for 4, 3 extra base hits. Even for a hitter as successful as Bo, only the 5th time in his career that he's had 3 extra base hits in one game. 3-0 pitch. Outside, ball 4. He got the squeeze on one of them, but that's another 4-pitch walk. I don't know how much further he goes in this inning, as the bullpen is already up and moving right now for Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's kind of alarming, actually. Most of the pitches, at least over the last 8 pitches that he's thrown for balls, have really been nowhere near the strike zone.
Here's Dalton Varsho. Barlow looks to second, deals. And the pitch is down and in, ball 1.
Again, nowhere near the strike zone. A good take from Dalton Varsho.
That's 9 straight balls. I'm guessing Varsho's taken until he gets a strike.
I'm surprised Jose Trevino hasn't called time and gone out to have a chat with him.
1-0. Low 2-0.
You have to call time here. Trevino's been around way too long to not call time and go have a chat with him.
He's staying behind the plate.
10 straight balls.
Only 4 strikes and 17 pitches. 2-0. Down the middle for a strike. Clearly took a little off that fastball. Third at 89. And the cheers or jeers there from the Cincinnati crowd. Velo in general a little bit down right now, too, for Barlow. 2-1. Swing and a miss. That one not in the zone, but at least he showed that he could get it in there, and that's a well-located breaking ball.
Yeah, it wasn't yanked. Every other breaking ball he's thrown has been yanked glove side. That one right there was a pretty good one.
2 on, 1 out. 2-2 to Dalton Varsho. Low ball 3.
And if you're Dalton Varsho, you're expecting him to try to throw something in the heart of the plate. It looks like he doesn't really know where the ball is going, so he just wants to throw something really in the middle.
Vlad on second. Barlow staring at him. Bo on first. 3-2. Swing and a grounder foul. Right side. Bouncing down the right field line. Dalton Varsho homered again in last night's game. Homered in the 9th inning. Up to 16 on the year. This is only his 50th game. 3-2 again. Way outside, ball 4, and Barlow has walked the bases loaded.
And again, Jose Trevino just kneeling behind home plate. I'm shocked that he's not going out there to have a chat with him.
I would imagine Terry Francona is going to go out and have a chat pretty soon. And
finally, holy cow.
Pitching coach Derek Johnson now goes out to talk to, in a way, the starter today, really the opener for the Reds.
I understand that you don't want to use a mound visit this early in the ball game, but you see a guy really struggling out there. I mean, I can't remember a time where a guy has thrown 10 straight balls this year, and you don't go out there to slow the heart rate, remind him that his stuff plays. Just because you're starting this ball game doesn't mean you have to change anything. I think that's the biggest thing that you have to remind Scott Barlow right now. And it took them, what was it, 14 pitches?
Yeah, I mean,
16 pitches, something like that.
Right,
to get out there to have a talk with him. That would be frustrating if I was Scott Barlow.
He's been in the zone 4 or 5 times in 21 pitches so far this inning, and one of them was the Springer home run. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1-0 Blue Jays, and the pitch here to Alejandro Kirk. Called strike. Tough thing for Barlow, although he delivers there to get ahead 0-1. Now he's facing the guy with the smallest strike zone and the least swing and miss in this lineup right now. Oh-1. Swing and a rocket. Straight away center field. Sprinting back, Friedel. It's over his head. And one hopping into the wall. Coming in to score, Vlad. Right behind him, Bo. Varsho tailing Bichette. And all 3 will come in. Kirk takes off for third and slides in safe. Extra base hit clears the bases for Alejandro Kirk and the Blue Jays. It's 4-0 in the first. I don't think that'll be a triple for Kirk, but either way, it's a huge hit.
Yeah, it's a double, and then he takes third base on the throw home. But the Blue Jays really needed that, especially after the ball game yesterday. A little bit of a hanging sweeper from Scott Barlow. Alejandro Kirk was all over it, missing a home run by about 3 or 4 feet out there in center field, hitting off the base of that center field wall. But what an important hit. And a 4-0 Blue Jays lead here in the first inning.
I think the Reds might be asking for a challenge here.
And Alejandro Kirk is actually walking off the field before the umpires have actually made their decision.
And he took off for third.
The call in the field is overturned. The runner is out.
And so Alejandro Kirk gambling there to try to get to third base, gets thrown out. I mean, you don't love that, but considering he drove in 3 runs, I think you give him a pass for now. Jose Trevino popping up to throw out Kirk. The two guys who shared the 2022 All-Star game at catcher. Tag from Brian Hayes got him. So 2 outs and the base is empty now. 4-0 Blue Jays. Barlow's pitch to Davis Schneider is crushed, but it's foul down the left field line, 0-1.
Big swing from Davis Schneider. We've seen a ton of those from him recently.
10 home runs on the year for Schneider. 5 of them came in the month of August. This is his first action in September. 0-1. Great pitch. Curveball back Schneider away from the plate. Hit the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Davis also hit .327 in the month of August, and those 5 homers came in 19 games. Not all those games starts either. Batting with 2 outs and the base is empty. He faces a Barlow 0-2. In the dirt, bounced in front of the plate, ball 1.
So just to go back to your Dalton Varsho, 16 homers in 50 ball games, that's 48 on pace for?
Yeah, in and around.
That's
a little
pretty
more,
good.
Technically. I think it would be, you know.
I'll take that if I'm John Schneider.
Seriously. 1-2. High, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I mean, 54 is a third of the season. So if you do 16 and 54 and you played all 162, that would be 48. 2-2. Poked foul right side. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. I wouldn't be shocked if Varsho added 1 or 2 more by the end of this series. Ball just goes here, and if you're a left-handed hitter and you can hit to right center, it's a lot of room for you to hit it out. 2-2. Grounded foul.
We were talking before the ball game, and we were just talking about the fact that you can miss-hit a ball at Great American Ballpark, and it can get out of here.
For sure.
It's just a terrible place to pitch. Play if you're a pitcher.
2-2. Outside, ball 3. And I think for me, that's part of what makes it really impressive that the Reds are a top 10 ERA team in baseball. They are 10th with a team ERA at 3.85, but their pitching plan's thrown in flux today, and it has hurt them. 3-2 from Barlow, fouled back.
Barlow just threw his 31st pitch of the ball game.
They're really leaving him out there. And they have limited options. This is no Nick Lodolo, scratched due to illness. Pagan and Santillan not available. 3-2, grounded foul again. And so you're left with Barlow plus 6 other guys to cover. You were probably, hoping for multiple innings of maybe Nick Martinez, and then everyone else does 1.
The most pitches he's thrown this season are 29.
3-2 hit foul again. Well, he's at 33 now. Yeah. Although he's actually looked better later in the inning than earlier. He did walk the bases loaded before the Kirk bases clearing double. Barlow kicks and offers. Swing and a miss, he got him. He strikes out Schneider, but the damage by the Blue Jays already done. Springer leadoff homer, bases clearing double by Alejandro Kirk. 4 runs on 2 hits, none left, and it's 4-0 Blue Jays, middle of the first. You're listening to Blue Jays Baseball, brought to you by your local family-owned Crown Rust Control Center, streaming at sportsnet.ca and the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today
since 2023. 0-1. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. For Jose Barrios, his 28th start of the year, his first start since August 23rd. 9-5 with a 3.95 ERA. 1-1. Slurve misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And his last start was actually pretty good. 6 1/3 innings against the Miami Marlins. 4 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts. The stuff, like I talked about earlier, was just a little bit down.
2-1. Fouled back. Sinker there at 91 on the outside edge. 2-2. It's been down for long enough that you do wonder, should we expect it to tick back up, or maybe this is just, at this point in the year, what a veteran guy is dealing with? He's got a 5-pitch mix, so he can push and pull. Sinker, 4-seamer, cutter, and then his big slurve and changeup as well. Right on left is 2-2 to TJ Friedl. Swing and a miss. Good changeup there for a strikeout. 1 out.
That's a great changeup. Getting TJ Friedl way out in front. Looked exactly like the fastball and then just dove below that strike zone. A big first out for Jose Barrios.
I never know how much to consider something like this, but hitting off speed, specifically changeups and splitters, the Reds as a team have the second worst OPS in all of baseball. Right on right, the pitch to Noelvi Marte. Fastball inside, ball 1.
Well, I will tell you this much. You're asking the wrong guy.
Right. Well, and it's just hard to know because it's so many different guys off speeds. Are we talking about a Paul Skeens splinker, or are we talking about, Joe Schmo's changeup as the 1-0 misses inside 2-0? But maybe something that they see out of a handful of the hitters that can have Barrios throwing the change more often. 2-0 pitch. Marte takes a slurve for a strike.
I will say this, though. That first changeup that he did throw to TJ Friedl was an above-average changeup. It had split action. It had that good downward dive to it. That's really what you want to see from Jose Barrios in the changeup.
It's 2-1. Fastball, called strike on the outside corner. Maybe a little help from Kirk ripping it up. 2-2. Noelvi Marte, the batter, 23-year-old right fielder now from the Dominican Republic. Career infielder, shortstop, second base, third until pretty recently when they got Cabrian Hayes. 2-2. Slurve low. Good take by Marte. Ball 3.
Although the fastball velocity on that sinker hasn't really been up, it's averaging about 91 so far in this ball game. The slurve has been tighter, and that changeup has been a little bit better, so that's a good sign.
3-2 pitches, line fair down the left field line, rolling into the corner. Cut off by Schneider before that corner, but with the speed of Marte, he will cruise into second base with a stand-up double.
Tried to sneak in another changeup there. That was a right-on-right changeup. It kind of just floated through the strike zone. Marte put a good swing on it, hit that thing 108 miles an hour past the dive of IKF at third base. How about IKF back in the lineup?
Yeah, he almost had it. Tipped off the glove of Kiner Falefa, who makes his re-debut with the Blue Jays, manning the hot corner. But I think pretty much no third baseman comes up with that play. A well-earned double for Marte, his 15th of the year in 69 games. And now Elly De La Cruz to the plate. The pitch. Fastball, called strike. An imposing figure at the plate. 23-year-old De La Cruz, 6'5", switch hitter batting left. Maybe does up 40% of the buttons on his jersey and long black hair coming out of the back of his helmet. 0-1. Inside, switch hitter batting left, twists away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Is he slowly living up to the hype?
Yeah, and he's 23.
Yeah, I think that's what you sometimes forget is how young he is still.
He's very good right now. Maybe not incredible. As a great changeup, gets a swing and a miss from him. 1-2. He's not an MVP conversation guy, but he's an all-star type of player, and he's very, very young. One, two. Lined up the middle and into right center field, a base hit. coming around third base. Marte will score without a throw. Throw goes into second. De La Cruz with an RBI single, and the Reds strike back for one. Now 4-1 Blue Jays, bottom of the first.
The pitch before that last pitch was a very good changeup down and away that Ellie De La Cruz swung and missed on. And then they tried to throw the exact same pitch with a two-strike, or in a two-strike count. So Ellie De La Cruz is protecting on that pitch, so it's going to be a lot easier to get to that changeup. It was a good pitch. It was a changeup down and away, but because Ellie De La Cruz is protecting, easier to get to.
Now former Oriole Austin Hayes is up, and he takes a strike of fastball on the outside corner. So 4-1, bottom of the first. Blue Jays in front. De La Cruz on first base and one out. 0-1. Grounded foul. No batting gloves for the right-handed hitting Hayes, who until the deadline last year was a career Oriole, but was in one of the rare contender trades at the deadline where he went over to Philadelphia last deadline. Sir Anthony Dominguez was part of the package going the other way. And then this year signing with the Reds. Really good player. Injuries have really gotten in the way for him. Step off throw over to first and a dive in by De La Cruz, safe. Hayes tapping the plate, pinwheels the bat, and stands straight up. Very slight knee bend in his stance, right side. 0-2. Slurp blocked by Kirk in the dirt for ball one.
Have you ever batted with no batting gloves? With a wood bat?
Yeah.
So you've got the thick, I guess.
I would have I think
palms.
Lizard skin would be.
Yeah.
Well, I would. Oh no, not on my hands. Like I had a specific bat tape.
Oh, okay.
For my hands.
So not like Austin Hayes.
No, he just has like hockey tape. 1-2. Check swing on a slurve. Appeal down to first base. No swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If I pick up a bat without batting gloves on, I get blisters.
Yeah, with nothing. I mean, no one should hit wood bat, no batting gloves, nothing on there. Hayes has thin tape at least, but it still is pretty old school. 2-2. Swing and a foul off. De La Cruz was off on the pitch. Last year's Major League stolen base leader has to turn around and go back to first. First, he's got to collect his helmet, though. First, dove head first into the bag. Lost his bucket. He's walking back with it. And he wears 2 sliding gloves, so he's kind of got giant mittens on right now. He couldn't really grip the helmet. Awkwardly places it back on the top of his head.
Well, him sliding headfirst into second base tells me one thing, that he did not peek in at home plate. Halfway between first and second, when you're stealing a bag, you're supposed to peek in and see what happened at home plate, and obviously he didn't see the foul ball.
Jose Barrios taking a breath. He's already thrown 20 pitches in this inning, giving up 2 hits and a run. 1 out. He peeks over at first. And another 2-2 pitch to Hayes. Grounded foul again. Changeup over the middle of the plate. After a couple of good ones, the changeup has gotten him in trouble, as we've already discussed.
Yeah, it seems to be floating just a little bit. Although that base hit to Ellie De La Cruz wasn't the wrong location or a bad pitch, it was just a bad sequence, or the wrong sequence, in my opinion.
2-2. Bounce in front of the plate. Snap throw over to first. And he's safe. But I think the Blue Jays know. Vladdy's saying don't check on that. Looked like De La Cruz on the back pick slid awkwardly into the bag. Blue Jays are still at least asking their video people to look at this. They are not going to challenge. De La Cruz snuck the hand back in.
If Vlad says don't challenge, I believe him. Because he always says challenge.
Yeah. We're getting a side view look right now. Wow. De La Cruz was dead off the base, but he danced his way around it. Now a Barrios check at first. De La Cruz somehow mid-sliding basically stopped all of his momentum on the dirt. Tag was going to his right hand, and he did the swim move with the left. But even for swim moves, I think that was special in its own kind of category. Payoff pitch. De La Cruz off from first, and the ball grounded toward third. IKF up with it. His only play is over to first, and he'll throw out Austin Hayes for his first play back at third as a Blue Jay. 2 outs. De La Cruz in scoring position.
Yeah, IKF didn't even look at second base. He basically knew that Ellie De La Cruz was going to beat that. He fielded that ground ball Made a perfect throw to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for a big second out.
Barrios trying to get off the hill here. 23 pitches into his outing, and there's only 2 outs in the first. De La Cruz standing on second base, and up to the plate, the DH for the Reds today, Gavin Lux, left-handed hitter. Barrios looks to second, offers home, and the pitch is inside, ball 1. One thing with Ellie, and he hasn't run as much this year, he's been dealing with some quad injuries. 2 outs, usually you wouldn't steal. You can't count anything out with De La Cruz because of his speed. 1-0. Called strike.
So the only thing I will say, and I know I still won't count him out even with what I'm about to say, is Gavin Lux is a left-handed hitter. So there's a clear lane for Alejandro Kirk to throw him out at third base. But with that being said, he could still steal third base.
1-1. Low, 2-1. There is not a free stealer, I think, in baseball like De La Cruz when he's fully right. He's not fully healthy right now. He almost stole 70 bases last year. This year he's around 30, which is still pretty impressive. 2-1. Inside 3-1. But we're talking about a guy who will straight steal home.
Isn't it wild to think about that he's not running as much this year and he has 32 stolen bases?
You're saying, oh, he's not as quick. Instead of being one of the 3 or 4 fastest guys in baseball this year, he's more like one of the 20 fastest guys. 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Barrios with a fist pump in anger there as he walks Lux with 2 outs and is approaching 30 pitches in the first inning.
Yeah, and here comes Pete Walker to have a chat with him. Jose Barrios really frustrated out on that mound. Obviously, you don't want to walk a guy there with 2 outs. The pitch count is already up to 28 pitches. Well, the Blue Jays do have an off day on Thursday, so you're probably not overly concerned with using that bullpen. And you still want to go deep into this ballgame if you're Jose Barrios.
It's 4-1 Blue Jays. Bottom of the first, runners on first and second and 2 outs. As Pete Walker finishes his mound visit, we see a look at the Blue Jay dugout where John Schneider's at least on the phone. And typically Pete Walker makes the calls for relievers, but maybe just telling people just to start using the bands, get stretching in case this inning gets out of hand.
Yeah, you rarely see managers pick up that phone.
Now batting in his second major league game, Miami, Florida's Sal Stewart, a right-handed hitting rookie, up for Cincinnati. Barrios' pitch. Called strike. 94 there at the knees. Hardest fastball we've seen from him tonight. Stewart came up with his first career major league hit in his debut yesterday. Also scored a run. Went 1 for 3. Next pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Really impressive minor league track record for Sal Stewart. 309 batter this year with 20 home runs and 80 RBIs between AA and AAA. Next pitch in the dirt, and Kirk with a great backhanded pick. That ball bounced in front of the chalk in the first baseline, way off to the lefty hitter side, and he scooped it up.
That was almost a look what I found type of scoop.
But he does it a lot.
Yeah.
He makes you feel like maybe it's not as lucky as it might be for some other guys. 2-1. Fastball called to strike. Bit of a gift to Barrios. Might have been outside. It's 2-2.
Sal Stewart shaking his head. Didn't agree with that call. But the youngster disagreeing already. Game 2.
Mustache-wearing right-handed hitter asks for time. First-round pick out of Westminster High School in Miami. Alma mater of Alex Rodriguez, MJ Melendez, and J.P. Arancibia. 2-2. And he grounds it to the left side. IKF ranges left, gloves, and throws over to second to Jimenez to end the inning. A lot of pitches for Barrios, over 30 of them, but only 1 run on 2 hits for the Reds. They leave 2 on, and it's 4-1 Blue Jays go into the second. By Home Hardware, the official home improvement retailer for the Toronto Blue Jays. Locally owned, genuinely Canadian. Brent Suter, the lefty on, and his first pitch, a called strike to Andres Jimenez. It's 0-1. Next pitch is line and down in right center, over the head and past the reach of Matt McLean. Cut off in right center field by Noel V. Marte. Andres Jimenez aboard against the second reliever in this bullpen day for the Reds.
That was a hanging slider from Suter. Andres Jimenez just waits back and hammers that thing over the outstretched glove of Matt McLean at second base. A good swing from him.
That's Chris LaRue on Ben Schulman. Blue Jays with a 4-run first. And here's Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the pitch. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Ball 1. Claimed off waivers by the Blue Jays at the end of August. Kiner-Falefa making his second Blue Jay debut after playing for them last year. Third baseman Hayes in, and the 1-0 pitch is grounded foul. Just past Hayes. Kiner-Falefa and Hayes, Pittsburgh teammates until about a month ago. It's 1-1.
Although IKF has only played about a half season with the Toronto Blue Jays, it looks right that he's wearing a Blue Jays uniform, doesn't it?
It does, like he never left. 1-1 pitch, grounded left side. Hayes, gloves over the back, turns, throws to second one, toss over to first. Way late, but there you see the incredible defensive acumen of Cabrian Hayes. That looked like a double down the line until he stuck his glove in front of it.
Well, I thought there was no way he would make the throw to second base. I thought he would field it, throw across the diamond to get IKF at first base. But like you said, he's a really good defender over there, makes the nice backhand play, makes a perfect throw to second base, a really tough throw.
His pitcher, Brent Suter, will appreciate that. Left-hander making his 47th appearance, 3.92 ERA in 64 1/3 innings. Pitch down to George Springer, hit back foul, 0-1. George Springer, homering to lead off this game, has tied the Blue Jays franchise record for leadoff home runs. His 21st of his career ties him with Devon White. 0-1, no, it's a step and throw to first and a dive in by IKF, who with Pittsburgh this year has swiped 15 bases and only been caught 4 times. 0-1. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch called a strike. 1-2.
Suter's been around a long time. Former 31st round pick of the Brewers in 2012. He's 36 years old now. Made his debut in 2016.
A lot of time with the Brewers for the Chicago native. 1-2 pitch is sprayed toward right field, and that's going to get down just beyond the